Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bielik. I am the Vice Chair of Ogden's Christmas Village, and today we have another edition of Holiday Traditions with Ogden's Christmas Village. My guest is Flo Bravo, and she's right here. She's going to be making us a, let's see, we were trying to come up with a fancy name for it, but you just call it...
I just make a roasted beet salad for Christmas for my family.
Right, and this is a tradition, right, with you?
Yeah, I make it every Christmas. I love beets. It's nice to have something sweet at the dinner table because you've got all these savory dishes, and yeah.
Is there a reason that you choose Christmas? I mean, or do you also make this for St. Patty's Day and Arbor Day and all
You know,
that?
it's good anytime in the fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a lot of components, but you can make most of them ahead of time, and then you just get to throw it together the day of. So
yeah, there's a lot of things here on the table, and this is going to be really, really fascinating to see how all this comes together. Is this your recipe? Did you get it from great-grandma or anything like that?
I didn't get it from anyone in my family. I just kind of threw a lot of things together based on stuff I've eaten at restaurants and stuff that I like, stuff that I know people like.
Yeah. Well, you know, besides politics, beets are probably the most polarizing thing in the entire world. You're on one side or another when it comes to beets, right?
Yeah.
So you quite often, I'll bet there's a lot of people out there that are saying, well, I'm not going to watch this because that's not going to be good, but they're wrong.
It's true. And you know what? I've made this salad for friends who were former beet haters, and some of them have changed their minds and some of them have not, but all of them have said that this was at least different than what they thought of as beets.
Right.
Because a lot of people have only had beets out of a can, and that's not the same as if you bring the beet home, wash it, and roast it yourself.
That's a great point, because they don't taste the same. And all you beet haters out there, stay with us, okay? Because you're going to like this. I like that beet. Well, this could be my band name, the Beet Haters.
The Beet Haters.
You know, something like that. How do you want to get started here?
So to get started, you can make this ahead of time. These are candied pecans. They're great for the holidays because they've got cinnamon and sugar, and everybody loves them.
Oh, yeah, everybody, including me.
You want to try one?
No, I don't want to interrupt the process here. This is going to be interesting. I got to see it.
This is easy peasy. I've got half a cup of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, not for the diabetics.
Yeah.
And a tablespoon of cinnamon. And you just want to mix that up really quick.
So this is what, a glaze for the beets? Is that what this is going to be, or?
Nope, this is to candy the pecans.
Oh.
Yeah. So
they're not candied enough.
Oh, these ones? No, these are just the ones I made ahead of time.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I've got some raw
Greg's
pecans.
a little slow here, you know?
I've got raw pecans sitting right next to me.
Okay.
And so you'll see. And you can do this any time of year. It goes great on many things, or just as a snack.
Yeah, just eating those by themselves. Or I have to tell you, a couple of people that were helping us with videos, I saw them today, you know, taking a few of those. They were on them.
Yeah. Okay, so in here I've got the white of one egg.
Okay.
Really easy, you just separate it. And then you just toss that in there.
Stir it all up.
And this just helps the mixture that we just made. It'll help it adhere to the egg white. I mean, to the pecan.
In that goes.
In that goes.
That already looks delicious.
I know, and it smells good. You can even smell it through your mask.
Yeah, we could stop right here and I would eat it, you know.
This is a dash of cayenne. It adds just a tiny, tiny little bit of heat. I make it for my kids and they do just fine. So.
They do that, right. And so you have 2 children.
I do.
We were talking right before here, and you said you love to cook.
I do. You know, I grew up watching my mom cook. I'm from South America, and I was always in the kitchen with my mom, and I married, my husband went to culinary school, so he cooks a lot too, so it's a big part of our family culture.
Yeah. Boy, I'll bet meals are good at your house.
Sometimes, most of the time.
Yeah. Does this recipe have any roots in Chile, or is it just kind of something you invented yourself? Or?
No, I didn't get this recipe from Chilean food, but I did grow up eating beets in Chile. I've always loved them, so.
Chile, what is probably Chile's signature dish, if there is one?
The signature dish in Chile would be an empanada. Have you ever had an empanada?
Boy, have I ever, and I absolutely love them.
Yeah, they're so good. Okay, so once you've got these ready to go, they're just nicely coated. You pop them in the oven at 300 degrees for 40 minutes, and you want to just toss them about halfway. You just want to open the oven and mix it up to make sure that they are roasting properly. Okay. So I'm going to put these.
In they go to the oven.
Do you want to open this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it this one?
It's the lower one, the bottom one. There you go. I should mention too that we're filming today at the studio on 25th Street. This is a great place, isn't it, Flo? Take a look.
It is. I want to move in.
Oh, you want to move in?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to move in. Well, you can't move in, but you can rent this for a party to have for you, your family, your friends, your company, something like that. Go to the website, thestudio.com, and check it out because this is we got a great kitchen here.
Yeah.
We can provide you with a chef. Heck, hire Flo for your party. She'd love to come and cook.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure. I do it for free.
For free? That's even better.
For my family.
Oh, just for
But, okay, so we've got these beets and I just washed them and dried them. They're sitting in this colander, just like you would with a baked potato. You want to poke it.
Yeah?
Because this is how you prep them to go into the oven.
Yeah. What is it about beets that you like?
I like that earthy flavor, and I think that they pair really well with a lot of different proteins. You can serve it with beef, you can do it with pork, you can do it with chicken. So,
all of that. Now that looks completely different from the last beet. Why?
Well, this is a red beet, and the other one's a golden beet.
Okay.
Golden beets are kind of hard to find sometimes, but...
Are you able to find them like in our local grocery stores? Like, can you find them at Fresh Market and Smith's? And
yeah, I think we got these at Smith's, right?
yeah.
So get them at Smith's, Harmon's,
So you're
Fresh
stabbing
Market.
these beets and they
Yeah.
are bleeding all over you.
They are. My hands were pink yesterday too when I roasted the other ones that I brought. So.
Right. I imagine if you're a fan of beets, then you're probably a fan of turnips, right?
You know, they're okay.
Yeah?
They're okay. Yeah. Are you a fan
Completely
of
different
turnips? Yeah. All right.
You do that so artfully. Like, I don't think mine would be that good. Those are so evenly spaced and everything.
I guess it's a lot of practice.
What dish do you make that your children are the most fond of?
The most fond of, you know.
They're kids, so it's probably mac and cheese or something
No,
like that.
I mean, they will eat just about anything. They both really love clams, like
Really?
steamed clams. Yeah.
Wow.
They'll just go to town on those. And then if I ever don't know what I want to make for dinner, I make breakfast for dinner and everybody's very happy.
Of course. That is always a hit with children.
Always. All right, so if you'll hand me that sheet pan, the sheet pan with the foil on it.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yep.
Again, you have to speak loud and clear for Craig because all those years of rock and or roll have destroyed my hearing completely.
Okay, so here I've just got some foil. You open it up, you put your beets in, and you wrap it up.
Okay. Is it best to have just a few in each little pouch, or can you just throw them all in there?
You know, you really can't mess this up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very simple.
Okay. So
there
then
you
they
go.
go like that.
They're on your sheet tray.
Okay.
You want to roast these in the oven at 400 degrees for about 60 minutes.
Okay, great.
Bigger beets take longer, smaller beets take shorter. So after 60 minutes, you just want to carefully open up the foil, poke it with a fork. If it's tender, you're good to go. And that's it.
Okay, all the way through. Does it need to be tender down to the core? Or
No,
just...
you don't want it to be mushy.
Okay.
So just as long as the fork goes in easily, because if you noticed while I was poking them, they're pretty hard.
Oh yeah.
So you just want it to be al dente, to the tooth.
Okay.
Okay, so then those go in the oven.
Into the oven they go.
But you can
This
just
is
put
going
them
to be film magic. They're going in the oven.
They're going in the oven.
And
then, you wanna grab those?
voila! Time
this
has
off.
passed.
Time has passed. Yeah.
And they're already roasted. How'd we do that? Yeah.
So,
there they are. Oh, wow. Okay. So now they look like beets that I'm used to seeing.
Yes.
And you didn't peel them or anything,
I did.
right? Oh,
And
you
you
did
know-
peel them?
Yeah, so after you take them out of the oven, after
okay.
they've roasted for 60 minutes,
Okay.
you let them cool just a little bit so that you don't hurt yourself when you touch them. If you grab them, you can just rub, the peel just comes right off.
Really?
Yep, you don't even have to use a peeler.
Yeah. Things I didn't know about beets.
There you go. So once you've got them, I cut most of these already,
Okay.
but I've got this. You just want to cut them into little wedges,
Oh, yeah.
like so.
What do you think roasting the beets does to them?
Well, I mean, can you smell this through your mask?
I can.
You can smell them.
I really can. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll bet when they come like right out of the oven,
Oh, they're delicious.
it's very fragrant. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it turns a lot of that earthy flavor into something that tastes good. I mean, if you were to bite into a raw beet, it would not be a pleasant experience.
Right.
I'm gonna wash my hands real quick.
You bet. There was probably a reason that we decided to roast them, right? Because they don't taste good the other way.
Exactly.
Yeah. You may not know this, but in Utah, especially Ogden's past history, we grew a lot of beets.
Did they
out
really?
This way, yes, we did. Yeah, especially out in areas like Plain City and Far West, and some of those areas out there were pretty well known for beets.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Every time I think of a beet farm, I think of The Office
Oh, really?
and our dear Dwight Schrute. Did you watch The Office?
Yeah. I just realized that was one of those things. That was his goal. I'm going to have a beet farm.
Yeah, and he got it. He had his beet farm. So.
Are you tempted? Have you ever wanted a beet farm?
No, I've never wanted to farm.
Yeah. No, a lot of work.
I don't like to get up early, so
Yeah.
I'm out.
So what does your husband like for dinner? What's his favorite dish?
I don't know. He loves food.
Right. He went to culinary school and all that. So
Yeah. He's like a sandwich fanatic. He loves
really?
sandwiches. Yeah, yeah. You can't go wrong with a sandwich.
Really?
Yep. Okay, so once you've got your beets all cut up, you've got a bowl.
There's your salad bowl.
Yep.
Yep. I like this one because it's got handles on the side. This is for the serious salad fanatic. You know, so you can just like, it's like you can use it like a horse uses a feed bag. You know, just like loop one over each ear and just.
You could, or you could just take it to the table.
Oh yeah, that's probably a better idea. Sorry for the visual, folks.
All right, so here we've got some arugula. If you're not familiar with arugula, it's an herb that it goes really well on pizzas, goes really well in salads. It's kind of a little bit spicy when you bite into it.
Okay.
It's delicious.
All right.
So you just want to put some at the bottom of your salad bowl like that. And I used about half of this container for that. So depending on how many people you've got coming to dinner.
Arugula, and you can get that pretty much everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so then you just want to arrange your beets.
Oh, you have to arrange them.
You don't have to, but it's nice.
Oh,
It is Christmas.
yeah. Yeah.
You know?
You don't just chuck them in there willy-nilly. You make them pretty and you arrange them.
Just go around.
I love the color of those beets.
It's gorgeous.
I mean,
and it's on my
really.
fingers too.
Yeah, it's all over your hands.
Yeah.
You are not going to be able to lie about what you did today, are you?
No.
There they go. How many people do you think this would serve, the dish that you have right here? Is it 4 servings, maybe 3, 2?
Probably more like 6.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah,
Wow.
these are really filling. It's a hearty vegetable.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So then you want to put your golden beets.
Oh, I see. Yeah, this is art, folks. I forgot to tell you, we're making art today.
It's just pretty.
While you're doing that, I want to remind people Christmas Village is open every single night. Every single night, now through January 1st, 5 p.m. to midnight. It's free parking. We'd love to have you come down and visit us. You can certainly visit more than once. You can come every night if you want to. No restrictions on that, and we'd love to have you. We weren't able to do a lot of the things this year that we normally do, Santa Claus visits, our opening ceremonies, but that was okay because that gave us a chance to offer things like this to you. And our guest is Flo Bravo. She's making roasted beet salad if you just tuned in. And boy, does that look good. And it smells good too. There's something about it hitting that arugula.
Yeah.
Like now I'm getting even a different scent.
Okay, so once you've got that, you can just set it aside.
Yeah.
This is something like, if you look online for recipes for beets, they're often served with fruit.
Wow.
And I like to just add Granny Smith apples because I like the tartness from the apple.
In my mind, I would never put beets and fruit together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, they're delicious. So I cut these pretty small. They're like a cute little sprinkling of this light green.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is a pretty sweet salad. To finish it off, we're gonna make a dressing that's made with maple syrup.
Wow.
Yep, and some Dijon mustard.
Yeah. Yeah. So Flo, when we have you back next time, what are you going to make? What's your signature dish? What do you want Flo to be remembered for?
You know, I like feeding people, whatever it is that people like. So like my aunt is in town and her favorite thing is lasagna. So I made her a nice big lasagna.
Oh yeah.
This year for friends and family, I'm making cinnamon rolls.
Oh, Craig's weakness.
So
just my absolute weakness, a cinnamon roll.
yeah, you know, I tried a new thing this year where instead of baking them and delivering them to people, I prepared them ahead of time and put them in like disposable pans and delivered them like raw with cooking instructions and like a tub of frosting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, you know, it's just not the same to have a cinnamon roll that you baked yourself.
Yeah.
That filled up your house with delicious smells, and so. Well,
and a hot cinnamon roll. I have a feeling that when you walk into heaven, the first thing you smell is a cinnamon roll being baked, and that's probably the first thing they give you.
Yeah, or when you walk into an airport and you smell a cinnamon.
Exactly, exactly. That's the only thing that's good about flying. Absolutely. So in they go.
So in they go, and these I just kind of sprinkle throughout. And I'm not making a huge portion here because there's not that many of us and we want to be mindful about waste.
Sure.
So yeah, you've got the green apples in there. You can still see your beets. And then the green apples, it's very colorful, and the green apples, they'll get very pink because of your beets.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So.
Beets, apples, arugula. That's what we've done so far.
That's what we've done so far. And we've got our pecans roasting in the oven.
Yum.
I'm going to put together the dressing.
Okay.
So today I'm just gonna make this dressing by hand, but this is something I usually make at home with an immersion blender because it helps everything emulsify. So this is what it looks like.
Okay.
And you can kind of smell that.
Oh yeah, even through the mask.
Even through the mask.
That smells great.
Yeah, it's delicious. We've got, I have to go all the way around this counter.
Okay. Again, our guest is Flo Bravo, and she is making roasted beet salad for our Christmas Village tradition. This, she tells us, is a tradition for Christmas in her family. Mm-hmm. Probably should be in yours.
All right, so for the dressing, you want to get, I think it's 2 tablespoons. Yeah, so 2 tablespoons of maple syrup.
Okay. Wow. And see, this is why this is so fun for me, because I would never imagine maple syrup as a dressing.
Do you cook much?
You know what? I can cook spaghetti.
Okay.
I can make a pretty good hamburger.
Okay.
And I can make a taco. That's it. That's the whole story. No, I can roast some chicken and things like that. So, no, you're not talking to a cook here. I have a wife who is a wonderful cook. Wonderful.
Okay. So I've got, what's your favorite thing that your wife makes?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. She makes a mean chili verde.
Okay.
She makes great ribs. She makes a chicken breast that is marinated with like a mushroom glaze and all that kind of stuff, which I love.
That sounds delicious.
Anything, pretty much anything she makes, I love. Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
It is so good.
That's
it
so
really
sweet.
is. Good food. You're making me hungry. Whatever you make me for tonight, for dinner, will be great. It always is.
So I added the 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and then I added 2 tablespoons of golden balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
This is easy to find too. White balsamic or golden balsamic vinegar.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to add, how much is it? It's 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Which I can't get it into this jar, so I'm just gonna use the teaspoon. And you know, when I make this at home, I don't usually follow a recipe, I just kind of do it by eye. Mm-hmm. Because you really can't go wrong. If you taste as you go, you'll figure it out.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon? You're probably too young to remember that joke.
I've never heard that joke, tell me. This is a clove of crushed garlic. It's fresh, you don't want to use the stuff out of the jar. It's more convenient, but it's way less flavorful.
Yeah, it's worth the effort.
Yeah, and it was barely any effort too.
A little bit of garlic, balsamic vinegar.
Yeah, so to recap, I've got the white balsamic vinegar, the maple syrup, the Dijon mustard, and the clove of crushed garlic. And yeah, that's it. Now I'm just gonna add my olive oil.
All right.
And I'm gonna start with 4 tablespoons and see how that looks. You can always add more.
Okay.
I think the recipe says 6, but.
All right,
Yeah.
Here we go. Now you get the whisk. By the way, we whisk you a Merry Christmas. Hey, that's a solid joke. Don't you guys think? I mean, fine, you folks make up a whisk joke on the spot. All right. Here we go, whisking.
This is another.
Boy, that puts the scent in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing you can do ahead of time. So, like I said, this is a really easy thing. Okay, see, and it came together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's not, you don't want to have the oil separated from the rest of the ingredients, because then you're just going to get a big bite of oil.
Yeah. Okay, now we're opening up.
I'm opening up the pepper. Hopefully this one doesn't explode on me like the cinnamon
off
did.
camera, before we started, you opened up the cinnamon and it just sprayed out. I've never even seen that. It was like a...
It was like so pressurized.
I know, like a geyser in Yellowstone or something. It was so strange. I've never seen that.
Yeah, so I'm just adding some pepper.
Okay. Black pepper goes in. And we whisk it all up.
There you go, and that's easy peasy. Here, you want to get rid of these
That looks good.
dirty dishes.
Dirty dishes. Oh, let's see. I'm going to hand these to somebody else. No.
Alrighty. Okay. So we've got our salad bowl. We're gonna add our candied pecans. You can leave these whole, or you can crush them, or you can just blitz them really quickly in your in a food processor, and it's really easy. So.
Oh, you can't crush them. You can't.
No.
Don't do that,
Oh,
folks.
it's delicious. I mean, you go to Zupa's ever?
I do, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
That was like one of my first jobs out of high school while I was going through college.
Yeah.
And that's actually one of the things I added to the salad, because while I worked there, I was obsessed with their crushed like cinnamon almonds. But pecans are so nice to have in the holidays, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once you make this dish, how long does it keep? Can you put it in the refrigerator for 3 days, or is it best?
Oh no, you don't want to keep it in the refrigerator for 3 days once you've put it all together.
All right, so it's a consume right away.
Yeah, once you've put the salad together, you want to eat it soon. But the beets you can make 3-4 days ahead of time. The dressing you can make 5 days ahead of time. The pecans you can make a week ahead of time. So yeah, mine's all ready to go at home for my holiday dinner. Okay, so this is the other thing that might be polarizing is I put goat cheese crumbles in there.
Yeah.
And people have strong opinions about goat cheese crumbles, but they're delicious. The end.
Right.
So
there's 2 kinds of opinions. There's people that think they are delicious, and there's people who are wrong.
It's true.
So there's those 2 opinions out there.
Yes. And look how pretty.
Oh, wow.
Looks like little snowballs.
I like it because that's a little snow for Christmas that's like landing on top of it. And you are right. It really is a gorgeous, gorgeous salad.
All right. So once you've got that all in there, you get your dressing. This is the one I made yesterday. First in, first out.
And you just kind of drizzle it across like that. Oh, wow.
And then
take a look at that. That's really good looking.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, well here we've got some beautiful tongs.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And serve.
Good to go. And serve.
That's it.
And that is it.
That's it. Wow. I wish you guys could see and smell this like I am right at this moment. This is just terrific. This has been another edition of Christmas Traditions or Holiday Traditions with Christmas Village. My host today has been Flo. Bravo. Flo, bravo.
Yep.
For your work here today. This is roasted beet salad. If you want to see the recipe, go to the Ogden City website because it will be there. We will have Flo back again, of course, next year. Can't wait to see what you're going to do. Do you want to tell everyone Merry Christmas? Do you speak another language?
I do. Well, I'm from Chile, so Feliz Navidad to everybody. Be safe. Wear your masks.
Wear your mask. Yeah, that's great. That's also good ideas. And please wear your mask if you come to Christmas Village. Maintain a safe distance from the people and the groups that are in front of you. But please do come to Christmas Village. Thank you, Flo. Thank you so much. This is, we've got to go because I got to eat it.
Well,
I'm sorry, I got to eat it.
Thanks for having me. This is such a cool series that you guys are doing.
Absolutely.